This is the demo video for the ScrabbleRack component of Assignment 7. ScrabbleRack program implements a small part of a Scrabble game, the part that lets people pick up tiles like this. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Picks up to 7 tiles. If I do pick up again, nothing happens because the board is full. My rack is full, sorry. Lets you pick up the tiles from a bag and then you can place them on the board. Now we don't have the real board in this, it's just dealing with the rack. Tiles get placed just in rows along the top of the screen. So if I do place and place and place and place and place, you can see they get put there, then I can pick up some more. And there's 2 of the functions, pick up and place. Let's just look at the pick up a little more carefully. It's pulling them out of an array of tiles representing the bag, which got read from a file, and it puts them into this array of 7 places, one of which you can select. With the mouse, click, 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 I can select a place. Let me select that place. I can now, or position, I can now place that tile. Let me select that position. I can now place that tile. If I do a pickup, it will pick up a tile if there is any empty place on the rack, and it will put the tile into the first empty place in the rack. Okay. As well as picking them up, putting them into the rack, and placing them from the rack onto the board. Let's place another one, pick up. You can also move them around. So the one that's selected you can move to the left, rather like the sentence game in the exercises. Or you can move it to the right. So we can push that I all the way along to one end. We can left, 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 put it to the other end. I could select the L and move that around. Now I don't actually have a good word. Oh yes I do. Let's move the P to the beginning. Let's move the R to the right. We now have the word piler, so I could place the letters onto the board. And when it's almost off the end, and it will then start another row. If I move back a little bit and pull out the screen, you can see that last one, and it's just going to place them in rows. A full Scrabble game should have 100 tiles. The file that I've given you only has 30. It lets you test the program out a little bit better. Let's go and pick them all up. Left, right, left. If I placed one, I can move the space to the left or right. So if I say left here, the space gets moved. Left just swaps the selected item, a tile or a blank, with the one on its left, and so that's left, and right will swap the selected item, a tile or the blank, with the place on its right. Of course you can't do right at the end. If you do, well, it shouldn't do anything. There's nothing to the right to swap with. That's all of the core. The demo actually lets you double click on things too, and you can do that. So by double clicking I'm placing them, and if I double click on a space it will pick them up until I've got to the end. Obviously if I do a pickup now, there's nothing happening. That's because the bag has run out. There are no more to pick up. So I could place all those, and that's the maximum number of tiles. Restart, empties it all out, reloads the bag, and you can now pick up again. Okay. And place. One thing you may want to do for the challenge is be able to drag. I clicked down, pressed, and drag, and you can move them around. In fact, the challenge asks you to be able to insert the L somewhere. I haven't implemented that in the demo. I can only drag to empty spaces because that's easy. Dragging and inserting is more complicated. That's why it's part of the challenge. Okay, we're done.